Hey, what's up you guys? This is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Quick Draw, these puppies are ready to play on our second installment of our Kubrow miniseries. Now, as you can probably tell, this isn't going to be your normal Quick Draw. We're going to be taking a look at the creatures that have managed to tug on our heartstrings, make a place on our ship, and put a good number of us in a breeding frenzy. While they do share some of the same traits as the Sentinels, these adorable living weapons have some incredibly unique mechanics, for the better and also for the worse. So, while the Kubrow have brought new life to our deep space adventures, the real question is, are they worth the trouble? Now, you can begin the quest for the Kubrow by killing the Jackal in the Venus assassination mission in Fossa, and then checking the quest log in the Codex. But for more in-depth information, be sure to check out the third installment of the Kubrow miniseries. Now, unfortunately, unlike the Sentinel weapons, we don't have any raw stats on exactly how much damage they put out. But specific breeds can deal ridiculous amounts of damage with their slotted abilities, specifically the takedowns from the Sahasa and the Sanuka breeds. I've personally witnessed these takedowns outright kill level 35 corrupted heavy gunners in the Void, and bring level 38 gunners to critical levels. With a maxed maul, it takes about 2 basic melee hits to kill a level 35 corrupted Corpus, and 4 to kill corrupted Lancers. That's if they don't inflict a slashing proc or deal critical damage. Now, speaking of critical damage, the Kubrows have access to some very interesting mods. Offensively, aside from each breed-specific kit, they have 2 very potent mods. Maul, which maxed out increases their melee damage by 330%, and Bite, which increases their crit chance by 330%, and their critical damage by 220%. Now, unfortunately, I don't have numbers to apply these modifiers to, but since a majority of melee weapons have at least a 1.5 critical modifier, we can speculate that these pups can end up doing over 3 times their base damage. Now, on the defensive side of the spectrum, they are able to link shields, health, and armor, granting them bonuses of up to 110% of your modified shields or armor, and 165% of your modified health. Now, keep in mind that this is on top of their current pools, meaning that in general, your Kubrow will be able to take more hits than you can. They also have 2 other notable mods, Pack Leader, which leeches health from any target you strike in melee, and Loyal Companion, which greatly lengthens the time you have to resuscitate them if they do fall in combat. In addition to that, each separate breed also fills very different roles, and can synergize amazingly when paired with the right warframe. Compared to their Sentinel counterparts, their support abilities tend to be better and be used more often than their Sentinel version. As compared to the Sentinel's Guardian mod, the Roxa doesn't wait to restore your shields till they completely drop, but rather proactively gives you a boost whenever you've taken a few hits. The Hurris's Stalk triggers much more frequently and still allows the Hurris to attack, while the Shade's Ghost precept doesn't. And while the Death Cube's Vaporize is amazing, the Sahasa can use Ferocity to literally take down a target before it gets within range. Now, while all of this seems great, there are definitely some big downsides to our furry friends. Like with most AI, they have some serious pathing issues, which can cause them to get stuck and force you to run off till you clear enough distance for them to pop back by your side. When in combat, they can be a little inaccurate, and also their attack animations aren't the quickest, and there's currently no way to speed them up. From a weapon standpoint, they also can't be equipped with elemental mods, meaning that they can't take advantage of some of the biggest damage bonuses. They also have a base revive of 3 seconds, and the whole stasis and breeding situation, I don't even want to talk about that crazy plat sync. But the Kubrow have brought a few things to my attention. So, can we talk? Alright, I am definitely not fit to have children. Not that I won't try to get impregnated over and over and over again, but the fact is, the Kubrow have shown me what kind of parent I would be, and honestly, I would be an insane one. I find myself looking for these little shits every 2 seconds, checking in on what they're doing, how they're doing, and how fast they're doing it. I literally praise my screen with baby talk like a crazy person. And I don't even want to talk about how much plat I've spent on getting them in and out of stasis. Seriously, I've gone fucking nuts. Because here's the thing, I know that Lyndon, my Sahasa, isn't the most aggressive, and that his utility is a bit shit, and that his coat looks kinda crazy. But somehow I still make excuses for him. Oh, at least he doesn't run off, and look, he even got me 2 ammo packs, which I don't really need, but it was a good thought. I mean, you scraped through a spaceship hull to get me those, so thanks. But in reality, he's not doing anything, he's not going anywhere, he gets me shit I don't need, and he is the weirdest shade of brown with blue stripes. However, as I am scripting this, I'm wanting to include how he's unique and adds flavor to my gameplay. I mean really, I barely gave 2 fucks if I had the right mods on my carrier just as long as it vacuumed shit up. And frankly, I rarely even noticed if that fucker died. I mean basically, it was just a flying Roomba, so I guess it's a bit difficult to get as attached to that as my cute little cuddly mister. Okay, I think the moment has passed. Now, let's get back to the quick draw. So, all in all, the analytical side of me is going absolutely insane that I have no numbers to crunch. That I can't compare the difference between the Sentinel weapon damage to Kubrow melee and see the difference due to the lack of elemental combos, or to compare attack speeds or aggro range. Honestly, it makes me nuts. But when it comes down to it, even though I feel that the numbers wouldn't be in the Kubrow's favor, they are hands down the better companion. You see, they've managed to do the one thing that the Sentinels haven't. They've managed to elicit an emotional response from the masses since their inception. They have personalities, sexes, even names. They don't just hover around like utility turrets dying from straight explosion damage. They join you in battle. They attract aggression and take hits for you. They can die and evoke panic while you search for them because DE hasn't put in bleed out markers yet. So, while analytically, I feel like they're at a loss. Emotionally, while their AI can be frustrating, the upkeep can be absolutely ridiculous, and the numbers completely obscured. They're honestly one of the best additions in Update 14. So thank you all for watching the second installment of the non-sexual Kubrow Special Edition 3-way. If you missed it, be sure to check out my rundown on the Kubrow, as well as the third installment of the Kubrow miniseries. Don't forget to do the thing that I asked you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, stay tuned for more heavy petting here at A Gay Guy Plays. Dick shot.